Now this was a great week, even though we got some pictures of stuff we already knew about the Direct, as well as another trophy picture, we also got some information confirming things we weren't sure about. This is NSBD! So this picture is nothing new, just showing the wireframe Mac that we learned about from the Direct. But Sakurai makes the picture more interesting by sharing a little bit of trivia that I did not know about. That Shigeru Miyamoto himself designed this from graph paper. Though this tidbit isn't that fascinating, it still makes it for an interesting read, and is better than just showing the picture of something we've already seen without any sort of addition. But still, the wireframe Mac is probably my favorite alternate costume, because of how neat and different it looks. However, the alternate costume that we haven't seen at all that people were wondering about was if the female villager was in this game. But I mean, if the male Wii Fit trainer is, and the villager has a female form, why not add the female villager to Smash Bros? Before this game, Smash Bros' female representatives was at a mere number of 3, but including the female villager, we are now at 6. This is a really good addition, and I'm really liking the gender equality, sorta. I'm wondering if every character will obtain alternate skins. So far, they only seem to be showing off the new characters' alternate skins, but will any of the old character obtain this besides Wario? I'm not sure if every character will receive, because there are some characters where I cannot imagine an alternate skin for them, but I can see someone like Mario receiving a Dr. Mario outfit. That would be a nice touch. Arguably the most interesting picture of the week, this picture shows a revamped Charizard's moveset. I had been wondering for a while what move would be added now that Charizard no longer transforms, and it is revealed here it is Flare Blitz, with it being the new side special while Rock Smash is his down special. This makes sense, as I always felt Rock Smash felt more of a down special, since side specials are usually speedy moves while down special is more of a power attack, and Charizard's Rock Smash was a power attack, and therefore always fit the down button in my opinion. Anyway, that's enough about buttons. So I actually spotted Flare Blitz in the Direct, but I assumed that was his fly attack, with it being redesigned to be able to go horizontally and having a new look. However, this attack is actually Flare Blitz, working similar to how Kirby's running A attack would work. However, unlike Kirby, this attack is easier to access, but causes recoil much like in the games. And because of this disadvantage, I can therefore assume that this attack will be insanely powerful, much like the games as well, instead of something weak like Fox's side special. I mean, if this attack was weak and caused recoil, no one would use the attack. What's interesting about this move though is if you don't make contact, you don't take recoil, and this attack seems to be very good for traveling, so therefore this move has two purposes like most side specials, traveling and heavy damage. This seems to be a lot better than Rock Smash, and I am glad they have finally included Charizard's most powerful attack in Smash Bros. I never really used Charizard that much, but if they revamp him like this, I might actually use him more often, as he seems to be a worthy fighter by himself, unlike with Pokemon Trainer when he just felt like the powerhouse, while this makes him stand alone better. Speaking of power, we gotta look at Mega Charizard X, and while we all figured this, it is confirmed that this is Charizard's final smash. I honestly do not think Mega Charizard Y will be in this game, because not only does X look a lot cooler and is more popular, but the thing about transformation final smashes is the characters are meant to look a lot scarier, like Giga Bowser and Giga Mac. Yet, Mega Charizard Y looks pretty identical to X, albeit a few minor changes. I can see this final smash being similar to Wario Man, where it makes Charizard faster and more powerful. I'm a bit tired of transformation final smashes, to be honest, but if a Pokemon has a Mega Evolution, you obviously have to use it for a final smash. One thing that is a must is Charizard's fire attacks must be blue while in this form. His blue flames is probably my favorite part of Mega Charizard X's design, and it is a shame you never get to see that in his battle animation in the games. So if I'm using this thing for Smash, I'm really hoping for the first time I can see Mega Charizard X use his blue fire, because this will distinguish him from his normal form. I mean, it's blue fire! You guys get it by now. I hate trophy pictures. But the thing I've noticed about the trophy pictures lately, which I'm not sure is intentional or not, is it causes speculation in my mind, especially by Sakurai's words here. Here, he only talks about Brittany not being a playable character, with no mention about her colleagues Elf and Charlie. I think he did this on purpose. Before we knew any information about the game, I had a theory that either Alf, Brittany, or Charlie would be a playable character, with them using rock and wing Pikmin while Olimar used white and purple Pikmin. However, with wing Pikmin being part of Olimar's moveset, I do not think this anymore, because if one of the captains were in this game, they would feel like complete clones since Olimar possesses the wing Pikmin. But still, this trophy makes it fun to speculate. And besides, if wing Pikmin are in Olimar's moveset, where are the rock Pikmin? Another picture showing something we knew about from the Direct. But still, if they had to show another assist trophy from the Direct, I found this is the one that caught everyone's attention the most. I mean, we have Pong and Smash Bros. How cool is that? The first video game ever has some sort of representation in this fighting game that is supposed to combine many different video games, old and new. So I am glad that one of the most iconic video games ever and the first video game ever is in this game in some form. And much like Wireframe Mac, Sakurai makes this picture more interesting by sharing a little tidbit about it. In the normal version, you use knobs, while in the Nintendo version that this assist trophy is named after, you use switches instead. And continuing the trend of Sakurai bragging about the details they've included, the Pong paddles now mimic patterns of the game it is based off, with the speed being the same. As Sakurai so humbly states, they pay attention to such peculiar details. Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of NSBD. It was more of an interesting week, even though we did get a few not that interesting pictures. The ones that were certainly made up for it, as they were probably the most interesting pictures since the Direct had been up, in my opinion. Anyway, stay tuned and subscribe for more future coverage surrounding the miiverse pictures if you do not have any access to it yourself, or if you want to hear me talking about my opinions on them and having a better idea of what they mean. See you all next week.